Hey everyone, welcome to Q&Andy, the show where you get to ask the questions, and I don't know what's coming. Producer Mike, what do we got?
It's my favorite thing, and as always, thank you to everybody for sending in your videos, sending in your written responses. Please, as always, you can go to servepodcast.com. You can throw your questions in there, hit us up in the DMs, throw them in there. You can even email us at askandy@servedpodcast.com. And the first question is from Dana, who actually sent us a video question.
Yes.
I haven't seen this yet.
Hey, everybody at the Serve Podcast and all the chuckers out there. I am a brand new tennis fan. It just wasn't on my radar until I got diagnosed with cancer last year. And when I was in treatment, I couldn't sleep. So I was right in time for 5 a.m. clay court season on TV. And I started watching and I just totally got hooked. So I went to my first few tournaments this year, the first one in Charleston and then a little one in Rhode Island at the Hall of Fame. And then I just went to DC, which was awesome. And I stayed at Airbnbs for each one. But here's my question. I live within driving distance of the US Open. So I want to go and I need kind of a strategy for when to go. Do I get grounds passes? Do I get tickets to Arthur Ashe? How do I go to the US Open without breaking the bank? Looking forward to your suggestions and thank you. Bye.
Dana, first thing, I hope you are doing well. You look fantastic. You're traveling around. We welcome fandom in all its forms and all of its routes to get here. We're so happy to have you as part of the family, and we hope you're doing well. You're an absolute champion for taking cancer head on. Charleston, DC,
some bangers.
Newport. You've been to some spots. I don't often do this on the show, but because of what you've been through and because of your new fandom, do whatever the hell you want. Grounds passes, Ashe Stadium. I got you.
What?
We will follow up. I would love
chills,
to meet
bro.
you in person when you come to the U.S. Open. Bring you to the ESPN set. So you're not going to break the bank. All you got to do is get there, and then myself, Served, we'll handle everything from there. So just let us know. Mike, will you please follow up with Dana?
Yes. Yeah, we'll do that. That's nice. For real, I have chills. That's awesome, dude.
Done.
That's so
Let's
nice.
do it. What do we got next?
Here it goes. That answers your question, Dana.
Make videos for Serve. That's what you do.
Got so many videos now. And sticking with the U.S. Open experience, Chris sent us a question about a player's perspective. What's something about playing the U.S. Open that fans can't understand unless they've actually played it?
Yeah. Okay, so there's a couple things. The one that used to happen and doesn't happen anymore, and I'm going to go on, I'll get a couple of these things here. One of the fun facts about the U.S. Open before the roof was there is the flag all the way at the top of the stadium, right? And the stadium is so big that normally when you walk out onto a court as a player, you look around, and normally there's a flag somewhere or a tree above a stadium or something blowing. So you get a feel for where the wind is going, and it normally is where it's actually going. Arthur Ashe Stadium is so big that the flag will be blowing one way when you looked up at it, but by the time the wind cycled down through the stadium, it would be blowing opposite. So the best thing that you would ever see is like in an early round, if you're playing someone who hadn't been on stadium and you had been out there a bunch, you'd be walking behind them and you'd see them look up at the flag and you'd go, yes. That could be a break right there. So that was one of the fun facts. One, the noise in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Noisiest place that you can possibly play tennis. Luckily, it's constant, right? It's not as if it's silent and then something happens. It's like the hum of an air conditioner.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
It's like a white noise.
Yeah, and always in the suites, like people are opening the door. They don't realize that like with an open door, your voice still carries, even though, So dropping plates, drinks, the later it gets, the drunker people get. New York starts to take shape, like you're hearing from people. So that's another one of the things. And the other thing is people always talk about like Roland Garros, longer rallies, much physically demanding. I don't know that anyone can argue that. Like, I don't think that. But as far as all things, right? The physicality, the possibility for really hot weather. But if you're a top player, the recovery time with finishing at 3 a.m, it's a grind to get out to the courts from the city. Everything is just a little bit harder in New York. The noise, the weather, the drive out, everything is just kind of pinching you at the mental margins. And so for that reason, I think it's maybe the toughest one.
That's awesome. Jake emailed us wanting to know something a little bit different than the stadium experience. He wanted to know, what is your favorite place to eat in New York City during the U.S. Open? I think I know this one.
Like my favorite restaurant ever. It's like every big moment I've ever had in my life has been at Campagnola's. Shout out Frankie D, my guy. So good. Remember we were eating there and Gretzky came over? Poor Sean, you remember? Sean went to the bathroom.
No, I wasn't there
Sean was
yet.
late. He was posting the
was that
show.
what it was?
Yeah.
He was posting the show.
Are you sure?
Someone had taken my seat.
Because the way I remember is like Sean was taking a shit. And then he came. Is that what happened, Sean?
No.
Dude, poor Sean walks in with his backpack. And,
That's right.
and
You were doing some extras, and then you met us.
Yeah.
And
Sean
then,
has
so
a
you walk
job.
up to the table and your seat's taken.
Yeah. I'm like, who is this guy sitting in my seat? And
great one.
it took me about 15 minutes to realize who I had.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
But the thing that, like, when, and this is a side tangent, Campagnolo is my answer, but when you're like a certain level of greatness, what I've learned, and I never really experienced it, I'm not there, but like when you're Wayne Gretzky, you can walk to anyone's table. We ordered a really nice, expensive bottle of wine. We were so happy for his company and storytelling for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I had no issue with him drinking half of our bottle. So he just sits down, he starts talking, and he just pours himself
It was amazing.
wine, starts drinking it, and then 15 minutes later, we have to order another bottle. He goes, "Guys, have a great night. It's great being with you." And we're like, "Thank you."
We're like, thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So the moral of the story is when you are the great one, every chair is yours.
Every chair is yours and every bottle of wine is yours. Also.
Yes.
Anyways, Campagnola's the best.
Sean
best
eventually got to sit down and eat the food. And the
did.
food is fantastic.
Yeah.
The experience is incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking us. Hopefully we'll get back there this year.
Hint.
We'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get to drink all of our wine. Or like talk to Jordan. I don't know.
Maybe Jordan will be there. I don't know.
Andre took me there for the first time
Oh, wow.
a million years ago, and I then was part of it. And
That's
could go.
freaking amazing.
Yep.
Speaking of getting around New York City, Lauren sent us one saying, did you ever take the subway during the U.S. Open?
I used to during juniors, and then the first year, 2001, I came in and was actually seated top 20, and I made the quarters, and I couldn't take the subway anymore.
Yeah.
That was it. But I used to. The first time I was a fan, I went with my mom, and we took the subway out, the 7 train, across the boardwalk on the way in. It's fun.
Do you get the chills? Do you like still remember the feeling being? I mean, I remember like attending sporting events as a kid.
Yeah.
And just like,
I remember flying over the top and seeing the stadium.
yeah,
It was one of those late Connors matches. I remember, all of that. The smells, the place has changed so much. Obviously, the stadiums don't exist anymore, but just like scheming my way around as a fan to get like a better view of someone at practice. And, but I used to take the subway a bunch until I couldn't. I thought one of the coolest things was when Jess Pegula took it like 2 years ago.
yeah, just a picture of her just with her bag, just
She has
like
her yacht. She's sitting. And we're just kind of letting her live. I thought that was cool. Anyways.
yeah, New Yorkers. Nothing phases New Yorkers,
nothing.
man. So Sarah emailed us a question saying you won the U.S. Open in 2003. What's one tiny detail from that night that you still remember very clearly?
From the 2003 night, you know what I remember? I remember like we obviously went out, and on short notice, going to a restaurant and having like 30 of your closest people like there to share it with was a big deal. I remember I didn't want to get like, and it was also the first night I was out after my 21st birthday. So I turned 21 during the tournament. So listen, it felt like all systems go. Like it felt like, and I remember weirdly, because at that moment in my life, I was ready to let it rip, Tater Chip. Like it was go time. And I remember getting to a certain point in the night, and like I remember Capriati was there and came to say good job, and Jim Courier came to where we were to say good job, and it was like, oh, this is like a fraternity of like a different thing. But I also remember not being that interested in getting drunk. And I remember I had to get up the next morning. I'm like, I don't want to forget this night.
That's awesome.
I don't want to have like a weird view of it or treat it like it's a trivial night out. Now, when I went out with my buddies a week later, when I got home, very trivial and dumb. But yeah, I just remember the gravity of the moment wasn't lost on me, even though it was like celebration mode. And then you get up the next day and you're going through the car wash, and then you leave New York the next night and the next evening. And I remember that was the last time I'll leave New York, where you don't come back with this like memory and thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's funny, because Alex actually wrote in and said, what did you do in New York the day after winning the U.S. Open? But it sounds like you just did the media push. And
Car wash. You get up in the morning and you go on every show, and you get up and it's just a blur. You're walking around Trophy, and then, at that point it was morning shows into TRL.
TRL.
Yeah.
It's Total Request Live, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
cool.
was probably
All right.
the biggest one then. Like at that moment,
Well, that's iconic.
yeah, it's like Carson. Not Johnny Carson, Carson Daly. And then Letterman. And then I think I flew to Austin, Texas and bought a house.
That's amazing.
That was it.
Dude, it's like watching the Knicks win this year, and then they all did like the morning shows, and the one player just like still had his sunglasses on and looked like he was incredibly hungover.
Or
There's nothing like, or I'm kind of upset. There's nothing like that.
Yeah,
of
when
you.
someone
There's no
asks you
like
a
Johnny
question-
Manziel, like
like
blasted
when you're
on the
falling,
morning
that's
show.
one thing. When someone asks you a question, you slack jaw, just dead eye them. That's a different thing.
Those are all good answers. I think now it's time for the random question of the day. Sean, play it.
Time for the random question of the
Is that getting longer?
Yeah, we just keep extending it.
I
by
feel like
30
you're
seconds.
adding like a second to the tail of that thing every
You're
week.
just going to keep extending it till you quit.
Don't. I quit. You win. You win.
This one's this one's not too random, but Rose wrote in and said, we'll be in New York for the tournament and have time to get out of the city for a couple days before coming back for the next round of tickets. Where's a good place to go that is a good 72-hour getaway that's driving distance from New York City? Like, what's a good little...
This is easy,
Like
and no
long
one
weekend.
no one thinks about it. This is so easy.
What is it?
Right, you can spend 3 hours in traffic getting to the Hamptons. You can spend 3 hours in traffic. You can spend 3 hours and 15 minutes and get to Newport, Rhode Island, home of the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Coastal town.
It was gorgeous last year when we
Oh,
went.
still is.
I know.
Still is. It's magic. And if you're a tennis nerd, you have to go to the Hall of Fame. You just have to. And it doesn't even need to be, it can be during an induction. Let's go celebrate our champions. But it doesn't have to be during an induction. I got a text from two friends last week who just happened to be and went, and they're like, this place is unbelievable.
Well, they have a big jazz festival there too. That's like iconic. That's like ridiculous.
Newport, Rhode Island is an awesome city.
Yeah.
Like it's 3 hours and 15 minutes. I think people kind of disassociate and draw a 2-hour circle around New York. It's worth the extra hour.
Yeah.
Like, do it.
I mean, I guess it's the reason why like all those mansions and stuff were built there, right? It was by all those New Yorkers.
I guess
that
so.
could
Those
just get out
are
there
insane
quickly.
too. They host
They're
events there. They're
absurd.
absurd. It's like going through an art museum.
They're absurd.
It's crazy.
I know. I want to bring the family up there really, really bad. We were trying to go up.
Well, I was wondering because you said Rose is going to be in New York City for
Sounds
the
like
U.S.
she's
Open.
planning something. She hasn't told me.
Yeah.
Is Rose
Like,
my wife?
Your wife is named Rose. Did
she put Ella up to this?
is she trying to go to Newport?
She'll never know what the quench is all about.
Do the quench.
The quench.
If you know, you
Little
know.
karaoke, baby.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You're only going to be up there like real quick because you have to get back on Sunday.
I got work. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. Well, we could probably still quench.
Tell
it
you
up.
what, though, if you live in Newport, man, and you have a place, a condo, a house, or something like that, you should put it up on Airbnb for this Hall of Fame induction.
I mean,
Woo!
well, okay. So this one obviously is like Roger is the and Mary Carrillo's. We love her.
Yeah.
But this is Roger's show. I mean, it's sold out in 12 seconds because of Roger.
Yeah.
But like, let's kind of start projecting forward if you have a house in Newport and want to make a little extra cash
Oh, I like this game.
on Airbnb. Rafa.
Who?
Yeah. Murray.
Serena?
Novak will retire in like 10 years. So
Oh, yeah.
15 years from now.
Yeah, that's a long-term investment.
Serena, I don't know what they're going to do because you have to be retired and she's back. But like Serena, we have
Venus?
some monsters coming through the pipeline. There's going to be.
I might have to pick up a
Oh
property.
yeah, you think there's going to be a rental market for the Williams sisters and Rafa? You think?
You think?
You think
I think
you
if
can
you
make some
already got
extra cash on Airbnb by renting your house out for Rafa
Oh my god.
or Roger or the rest of the one namers?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just do the flip, right? Head on down to the city
And
for the weekend and just
I don't know. We're not, we can't mention things too specifically, but if you wanted to quench something at a bar in Newport, you could probably just Google that and come up with a good solution, right, Techie Sean?
I think so. I think some options will
I
come
want to
up.
go up there in the fall.
We did. We watched karaoke last year there for like 2 hours.
It's incredible.
It was incredible. And you remember when I was like, okay, guys, I'm leaving. And I went like the extended route, and there was like a side door, and you guys were waiting for me in the lobby when I thought I had left you.
We booked it.
I will forever be pissed.
Oh man. I love the quench.
What else? Quench it up.
Good times in Newport.
Quench
So
it up.
now it makes me want to go up to Newport really bad.
I'm going to see that guy getting inducted in a little bit.
You contributed so much to him.
You know that someone owned you. This is true. This is funny but true. You know that someone absolutely owns you when their fans love you. Like you go up to any Roger fan, you're like, "What do you think of Roddick?" They're like, "We love him. He's great. He's so edgy.
It's so edgy.
Ooh, he just says stuff." Yeah. You're welcome.
You're welcome. That's it. That's all we got.
That's
for
all
you.
we got?
That's all we got. It's almost you guys. It's fan week is right around the corner.
Can't believe this is actually a show. Q&Andy. See ya.